Chairman, members of the board, and distinguished guests. We appreciate the opportunity today to provide a brief update on the state of public health. Overall, the state of public health in Riverside County is improving. Using the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation County Health Rankings, Riverside County is ranked number 25 out of 57 in terms of health outcomes. This is stable from 4 years ago. And in terms of health factors, Riverside County has improved from number 39 to number 32 out of 57 over the past 4 years. The most important event affecting our county and public health system over the past 2 years has clearly been the pandemic. And for our county, the pandemic has highlighted at least 4 important themes. The first theme is that Riverside County has a proportionally larger number of communities in need than other California counties. In particular, Riverside County proportionally has 4 to 5 times as many people living in communities of need than Northern California counties or our neighboring Southern California counties. As a result, compared to other California counties, we face a greater challenge when it comes to supporting our communities and keeping them healthy. This means that compared to other counties, we need to be more creative, more resourceful, more innovative, and more determined in how we support our communities to be healthy. The second theme is that we have a resilient community that rises together. As many of you know, our county was first with regard to many aspects of the pandemic response, including our response at March Air Reserve Base, where we received the first plane of returning repatriates from Wuhan, and all the way to our proactive efforts to vaccinate farm workers, which was spotlighted by the state. During the pandemic, our county agencies, cities, businesses, schools, healthcare facilities, faith-based organizations, and community-based organizations across the region have come together to protect our community and support us with living our lives. The spirit of collaboration and service to others is powerful and inspiring. The third theme is that the health challenges of today are different than those of yesterday. Prior to the pandemic, the most common causes of death in Riverside County were heart disease, cancer, and stroke. With the pandemic, COVID has now become a major cause of death. But perhaps even more importantly, the pandemic has helped to highlight other important factors affecting our health and life in Riverside County, including mental health, social connectedness, housing, employment, education, and lifestyle-driven chronic conditions. Therefore, in order to move forward, we must adopt a broader approach to health. This is the fourth theme. To effectively improve health at a county level, we must go beyond disease and illness and adopt a whole community approach that takes into account the many ways in which people live, work, and play. We recognize that the most successful approaches to health also support diversity, equity, and inclusion. In fact, the pandemic has taught us that the most impactful approaches to health are those that embrace local culture and needs. Now, as we move beyond COVID, we face a great challenge in helping to raise the health of all of our communities across Riverside County. However, when it comes to the health of our county, our future is promising and bright. Thank you. So if now we can invite our team to come up to the front to present the Public Health Champion Awards.
Right, so right here. Yeah, you can come on up here, all right. So we'll do those in order of district. You want to call these all? Okay, so, yeah.
Hi, good morning. We are excited to award our community members with our Public Health Champion Awards. We'll start with District 1, Riverside County Office of Education. The award recipient on behalf of the Riverside County Office of Education would be Dr. Edwin Gomez. Followed by El Sol Neighborhood Education Center. The recipients on behalf of El Sol will be Fatima Olivares. Riverside County Office of Education has played a vital role in the pandemic response by information sharing, protocol development, and the support of our students and families. Our COE has shared its physical sites for vaccine and testing services, served as a distribution hub for PPE and testing supplies, and dedicated staff time and resources to the response. All right, about El Sol. El Sol serves the Inland Empire communities with an emphasis on monolingual Spanish speakers, immigrants, and residents with limited English proficiency, empowering communities' healthier lives through community health workers and promotoras de salud. They have created songs, comic books, plays, and resources focusing on COVID-19 information as a part of its role in educating the community about vaccination. Our next recipients for District 2 includes MALO, which stands for Motivating Action Leadership Opportunity. On behalf of MALO, accepting would be Lalofi Sokai. And next we have Reach Out, and accepting on behalf of Reach Out will be Stella Delgadilla and Natalie Rocha. MALO supports the Tongan communities in the Inland Empire area through youth mentorship, job readiness, resource literacy, and cultural gathering. They've supported the Tongan community by hosting COVID-19 vaccination and testing clinics, providing support, and providing culturally and linguistically appropriate resources to the Tongan community. Reach Out serves communities throughout River County by providing services, resources, and expanding economic opportunities. Reach Out has collaborated with various organizations to start, ramp up, and continue COVID-19 outreach and education. It has supported and hosted vaccination clinics throughout Riverside County. For District 3, we're awarding the Diocese of San Bernardino. Accepting on behalf of the diocese is Anne-Marie Gallant, Father Gomez, and Father Partida. Also in District 3, we have the NAACP of Riverside. Accepting on behalf of NAACP is Dr. Regina Patton-Stell. The Diocese of San Bernardino is committed to serving the more than 1.6 million Roman Catholics in Riverside and San Bernardino counties through faith, hospitality, sharing resources, and reconciliation. They've hosted COVID-19 vaccine and testing clinics at parishes in 12 cities throughout Riverside County and has held close to 100 vaccination clinics at the Catholic parishes throughout the county. The NAACP Riverside works with our community leaders. NAACP has assisted in partnership with schools to provide COVID-19 resources and education. And in partnership with Building Resilient Communities, NAACP has assisted in the creation of the Pastor's Toolkit, has hosted town halls focusing on debunking COVID-19 myths and taking questions from community members. In District 4, we want to acknowledge Visión y Compromiso. Accepting on behalf of Visión is Melinda Cordero Barzaga. And then we also want to acknowledge Desert Healthcare District and Foundation. Accepting on behalf of Desert Healthcare District is Dr. Conrado Barzaga with Alejandro Espinoza. Visión y Compromiso is dedicated to improving health and well-being of the underrepresented communities in Riverside County through leadership and development, capacity building, advocacy training, and support to over 4,000 promotoras and community health workers. Visión has created educational resources that are linguistically and culturally appropriate and also has hosted COVID-19 webinars. Desert Healthcare District Foundation, they have a vision, and their vision is equitably connecting Coachella Valley residents to health and wellness services and programs through resources and philanthropy, health facilities information, and community education and public policy. They've collaborated with various partners, schools, organizations, and businesses to host COVID-19 vaccination and testing clinics throughout Eastern Coachella Valley. And District 5, we want to acknowledge Todek Legal Center. Accepting on behalf of Todek is Luz Gallegos. We also want to acknowledge Building Resilient Communities. Accepting on behalf of Building Resilient Communities is Deborah Williams. And we also want to acknowledge the Morongo Band of Mission Indians. Accepting on behalf of Morongo Band of Mission Indians is Floyd Velasquez. Todek Legal Center is assisted in empowering rural and inland communities with legal services, community education, and advocacy, and civic education, or engagement, excuse me. They've held weekly COVID-19 vaccination and testing clinics at its Paris and Coachella Valley locations, focusing on agricultural and rural communities. Building Resilient Communities has provided trainings and resources to faith-based organizations throughout Riverside County, focusing on disaster preparedness and safety during a crisis. They've supported African American communities throughout the county and provided culturally and linguistically appropriate material. They've also created the Pastor's Toolkit, focusing on how pastors can communicate with its communities on COVID-19 resources, data, vaccination, and therapeutic options. And then we have our Morongo Band of Mission Indians. They were established in 1865. The tribe is dedicated to the well-being of its members through economic vitality, preservation of the tribe's reservation and culture. The tribe hosted on-site COVID-19 vaccination and testing clinics for its members and has provided culturally and linguistically appropriate resources and education. We'd like to acknowledge every single one of you and all of the organizations that have provided great support over this response.
Okay, cross. Line up cross front? Okay. Why don't we have you guys come over here? You gotta be able to see us so we can see you, so. One back in the front. Wherever we can fit in. No, you're good up there. Perfect. So she's that. Thank you, everybody. Now, the winners, you can meet us outside on the steps. You guys have gone with business. Thank you, everybody.
And we'd like to make one more acknowledgement. This is National Public Health Week, and we're excited to be able to share that week with our libraries. But National Public Health Week is sponsored by the American Public Health Association, and there are daily themes. And Tuesday is workforce, and we'd like to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of our public health staff that have also been the true champions of this response. And through the public health work that we do every single day, our team has been committed to the community that they serve, and we really want to acknowledge them for all of their hard work and their commitment. So thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much. And Marshari, that was beautiful, and it's showing that we're in good hands. Come another one, right? If we would take care of everything. Thank you. Bye.